Hey, welcome to the Not Offended Podcast. This is your boy Anthony here, the conservative Chicano, sitting next to the agent known as Bill. Then, of course, we got the token across me and the bishop, who is never, ever wrong. You heard that right? Yeah. I did a little outcast right there if y'all didn't know. Hey, we talk about culture and its influence on the church. Do me a favor right now. I need you to like, comment, and share. And when you go ahead and comment, man, one of us might answer back. And then again, none of us might answer back. I don't know. I'm not in charge of everybody's schedules around here, right? So, but I do want to thank you for tuning in. We got a hot one today. And you know, I gotta go there. I just gotta go there.
Yeah, let's get it out the way.
I gotta get out the way. It's the elephant in the room. I really have contemplated wearing a shirt today that said "Fire Josh McDaniels." I'm a Raider fan. I'm loyal to the soil.
That's harsh.
No. Keep your harsh comment to yourself, Token. Let me explain. Let me explain. I'm loyal to the soil. I've been a Raider fan por vida, since life, since birth. My mom dressed me. Shout out to my mom, Catherine. Kathy, what's going on up there? Listen, I've been loyal to the soil since birth. I think I got a picture of a onesie in a Raider outfit. You know what I mean? Like, that's how long I've been a Raider fan. Yesterday's game is a joke. We're in overtime. We're barely skating by. Defense was on the field for 30 minutes straight. And we forced a turnover on downs. All we got to do is go 1 yard to get in field goal range for Carlson, who is, by the way, arguably the hottest kicker in the game right now. The dude ain't missed. He's been Automatica Grammatica for those of you old school people right there, okay? He's been Vinatieri on steroids, okay? For all you Raider fans, that name should sound familiar. He's been the man. And I don't know if Carr and Joshy, my boy, I don't know if we're on the same page or not. But why are we throwing the ball? Hunter Renfrow already almost turns it over. And then we're going to go back to him. Run the ball. You got Josh Jacobs. Run the ball. Get you 3-4 yards. Tell Carlson to put the game away. Nah, we don't do that. We find a way to lose. Okay, now I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. Bill, you're a Raider fan, Bill. Talk to me.
Coach is already on the hot seat.
He had a 20-point lead at halftime.
Look, this falls on the players. Okay. Coaches didn't.
Did everybody catch that eye roll? Did you guys catch the eye roll?
He did, but he caught the ball. He fumbles. I think the previous play we almost throw an interception, right? You're up 20.
I just got a text message from another Raider fan that said Carr has to go.
Oh my goodness!
It's Derek Carr's got to go. They're blowing up my phone. That was the click on my phone right now.
Goodness.
So okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
Typical Raider overreaction. Overreaction Monday here.
It's not over.
It is. No, that's about as bad of a loss as you can have, because you may lose the locker room, right? Guys may start going after each other, and so we'll see what they do this week. But that was a bad loss. That was a terrible loss. I don't know how we come back from this. The answer is not to fire our coach.
This is the second week. I don't know how we come back. I don't.
Are you trying to tell me?
There's like 5 months left to go in your season.
We need a page out of Aaron Rodgers. Relax. Everybody relax.
I would love to have me some Aaron Rodgers right now. I would love me some Aaron right now.
2 weeks ago, they're like, we haven't lost, in the preseason. We're going to win 11 games.
Yeah, you got 11. I got 13. I think they're going to win 13.
Raider friends, no one cares. You guys are sitting here talking, and we're going to do all this. Everyone's like, shut up. You're not going to win. Go be the losers that you are. Wear your black and silver and be happy. Just be quiet. No one cares.
Okay, I'm scooting over. Okay, that was kind of mean.
In my lifetime, I don't think they've been good. So who cares?
We were good. We were good in the early 2000s, bro. Where you been?
You guys won something? When?
Yes, we won the AFC Championship. We went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We were good. We won our division like 5 times. Like, what are you talking about?
Get a banner. Get a shirt. Put it on a shirt. AFC Championship, and we made it.
Yesterday in the sermon,
put it on a shirt.
Yesterday in the sermon, I said, if you don't put 2 cuss words together and they cussing, boy, I got some stuff for him right now. Every Raider fan, when you see DeShawn out in public, you give him a piece of your mind. All right, yeah. You tell the bishop how you really feel.
Yep, and wear your shirt. AFC Championship. It made it to a Super Bowl. Wear your shirt. Make sure you wear your shirt.
This guy.
So we're sitting here today. You rather be?
Mike, what you guys say, Mike? Go ahead.
Who's your defensive coordinator? That's what I want to know. How you not get off the field in 30 minutes, 40 minutes? That's not Derek Carr's
Because
fault.
we kept going 3 and out.
That's it.
Well, no, you said the defense was on the field for like 40
Because we went
minutes.
3 and out.
Okay, but
Literally 3 plays and out.
This is not on the defense. This is just 100%.
wait.
The second half is not on the defense.
did
we
you
lit-
watch the end of the game?
No, listen. We literally have what 61 or 71. I think like 70 yards all second half.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
if you're
they
sending out-
scored 23 points in the second half.
Who's that? The Cardinals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you do that a whole game, then you gave up 46 points.
Right.
Okay, how many? I mean,
the defense gets tired, bro.
That's it. This is all
Okay, they
completely
get
on the
tired.
offense.
They should get off the
If
field.
you're sitting in our locker room today, that defense is looking at that offense like, bro, you got to help us out.
Yeah, you
Get
have
a first down
You can't have the defense on the field the whole
the
time.
whole time.
If you keep going 3 and out, the defense back out there again. You get tired eventually.
all right, I'll give you that.
That was the whole thing with Alabama. They kept running the ball, just running you down. Their defense was come in there fresh all the time.
All the time.
I'll give you that. So
So you need to again, like I said last week, Derek Carr is your weak point. He's a good Christian man. I hope he gets getting big checks. Lord bless him. But
Bless him.
but you're a quarterback away.
Hashtag blessed life. Shout out Robert Morris.
No,
There we go.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that you're a quarterback away. I mean, look at all the quarterbacks that have succeeded in the NFL. There's a lot that were, less talented than Derek Carr. I don't put that on Derek
The
Carr.
token is spoken.
Look at the last drive in regulation. That wasn't Derek Carr's fault.
No, Hunter Renfro fumbled, picked
You
it up.
got a holding in the
Yep.
end zone at the end of regulation, gave him an extra play. That's not Derek Carr's fault.
Yeah,
Two 2-point conversions.
And the reason you got the ball back in overtime is because you got a lucky drop.
Right. He did. No, that was a good hit.
No.
He hit him.
It was still lucky.
That guy, it was a good hit.
I mean, it was a good
It's
hit,
a good
but you got a receiver.
I'm going, if any of us caught that same ball and got hit like that, we'd all dropped it too.
Yeah. So what quarterbacks? What quarterbacks were?
Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, they're one of the greatest defenses in history. Y'all ain't got that.
No, excuse me. They had the greatest. I don't know that there was a better defense than the Ravens.
Thank you for making my point even stronger. I
Yes,
appreciate
I
that.
agree. No, but he asked about quarterbacks.
Yeah. He had the greatest defense in history.
But
y'all ain't got that.
I
And you
know,
ain't gonna
you're
get
right.
that.
No, but you asked about a quarterback. I gave you the answer. You didn't like my answer.
No. You wait, hold on. What did you say?
You didn't like. I gave you the answer. You didn't like my answer.
Answer about what?
Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl that he won with the Broncos. How good did he do?
Oh, no, he was
Ben Roethlisberger in the first Super Bowl he won against Seattle Seahawks. How well did he do?
Horrible.
or any wins that Ben Roethlisberger's had.
Okay, but
wasn't
my
very
point
good.
is-
They also had great defense.
No. But listen, they had great run games. Here's what I'm saying. Mike answered your question. You wanted other names. I just gave you 3 names.
Oh yeah, no, they had great defenses too. No, I'm okay with it. No, you can give me like 20 names.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
okay with it.
Okay.
I'm just saying they all had great defenses.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, but y'all ain't got that.
No, we don't.
So you're a quarterback away.
No, you can have a great quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is
But
one of
they
the greatest
got all
quarterbacks.
kinds-
What happened to him last playoffs?
Oh, why are we talking about Aaron Rodgers?
Because he's eating mushrooms and smoking weed. That's
Oh yeah,
what I'm talking about.
it's not a guarantee win.
No, exactly.
But I mean, he got one.
Hold on.
Y'all got an AFC championship and made it to Super Bowl.
Hold on. But then we got Pat Mahomes. What happened to him last year?
He got one too though in my
No,
lifetime.
but what happened to him?
But he got one in my lifetime
No,
too.
what happened to him last year?
He got one in my lifetime though.
No,
You're not going to win every year. Just
But
because
see,
it's
you refuse to answer this question because you know I'm right.
No,
You keep
you're not
saying
right.
you're one great quarterback. Is Josh Allen a great quarterback?
Because you're great doesn't mean you're going to win every year.
That's okay then.
But you got a chance.
So
you name 2 quarterbacks who still have won in my lifetime.
This is,
and you guys still have it. You're a quarterback away. Like
no,
I said.
this is why football is an ultimate team sport.
Yeah,
you can't
for
just
sure.
have a great defense.
Well, you know, if you have a great quarterback, it's a good chance you're going to get one.
If you have a, hold on, no, see, you.
Oh.
Well, no,
happen.
the quarterbacks
No.
you kept mentioning won one.
Tell me about Kansas City's defense
I have no
when
idea.
Pat Mahomes won it.
I have no
I'll
idea.
tell you, I think they had 3 turnovers against the Niners.
Yeah, they also had a great quarterback.
That was a great
The
defense.
Niners. The Niners.
That was a great defense. That was a great defense.
And they had a great quarterback.
And so if you go back and you look, what is the recipe or the winning combination? It doesn't even start with your quarterback. It starts with your defense.
But those teams had great quarterbacks. So I'm just saying the ones you mentioned had great quarterbacks. Too.
So what we're
I just
saying
gave you
is,
Trent Dilfer.
So they're a defense.
Oh, no,
I just gave you Ben Roethlisberger in the first
No.
one. Now you say, oh, they had great quarterback. No, that was not a a great quarterback.
You either have to have an amazing defense, the best defense in history. Roll the tape back. I mean, remember that.
Okay, the Steelers did not have the best defense at that time.
They had a great defense.
They had a good defense, not the great. See, so, bro, you do not want to get into me this debate.
No,
Bishop does not want to debate me when it comes to football. Stick to basketball. Know your role.
In the comments,
stick to basketball.
let them know that I'm right.
Stick to basketball. Bro, you can't even name the last 5 Super Bowl winners.
Oh, for sure I can't.
Exactly.
I can't at all. But y'all got quarterback away. The Chiefs in my lifetime. Aaron Rodgers in my lifetime. You guys, not in my lifetime.
You don't even know when Aaron Rodgers won his Super Bowl.
I have no idea. I know he won in my lifetime, though. And I know the Raiders haven't.
So are they a defense away then?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's possible.
We're greatest of all time defense away.
Yeah, if you have the greatest defense of all time, they got a shot.
Okay, so tell me about the Rams defense last year.
Oh, they're good. They're good.
So was it a great quarterback or better defense?
That's a good comparison. I think Carr falls in that Stafford kind of category.
No, I'm asking.
You can win with somebody.
I'm
like
asking
Carr.
you. So what was it last year? Was it Stafford or was it the defense?
Well, the Rams did have arguably what people will say in probably 5-10 years, one of the best defensive players ever.
Yeah.
With Aaron Donald.
Oh, there's no doubt Aaron Donald's. Okay, but how about this? They also had what is going to be in our lifetime, if he keeps going at this rate, might just be top 3 best wide receiver to ever play the game. Mm-hmm. No one's got better numbers. And that includes Tyreek, I am
Cooper
all
Kupp?
Madden. Yes.
Oh, no, they'll never put him in that category.
Why?
Ever. He's white.
Too white?
It's the Cooper name, huh?
I'm telling you right
it's
now.
It's Cooper, huh?
Nope.
It's
He's
Cooper.
disqualified from being in that category.
Hey, but stats
they
don't
will
lie.
never put it in him.
Stats don't lie.
Well, I'm just telling you.
If he keeps going, now we're digressing here, but if he keeps going at how he goes, he had the best, who had an amazing Super Bowl game. He was unguardable.
There's going to be like he was the next great Don Beebe or something like that.
Steve Largent.
Steve Largent.
Yeah, no, they had a great
Edelman,
defense and their coach. I mean, he proved himself too.
Okay,
the Rams coach, yeah.
It's not just the quarterback away. I'm a lot of pieces away. If you ask me in these last 2 games, I'm a lot of pieces away.
Can we just win next week? We need a win category here.
I'm even afraid. Mike, who am I playing? I'm afraid to look at who I'm playing next week.
I'm going to look it up.
Unless I'm playing like the Colts or Washington Redskins, known as Commanders or Commanding or whatever they are now. Like Washington's probably even good right now. I'm probably just screwed all the way around here.
Who we got?
Who we got, Mike?
Titans.
I ain't beating the Titans. Henry's going to run all
Already
over
what?
me. No.
It's in Tennessee.
We don't even travel well.
I think that's one of the dumbest excuses ever, by the way.
What's that?
When coaches say that we don't travel well.
Okay.
Like, I don't get it. Like, you have 5-star hotels. You can leave whenever you want. What do you mean you don't travel
No, it's a
well?
difference.
The same
Playing on a
fans.
road.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Well,
it's different.
There's extra.
No. Home stadiums, yeah, that's
Mike,
that's
yeah,
different.
Mike,
But when
Mike.
people say they don't travel well,
It's because there's extracurricular activities.
Hell.
no.
And-
You go to
Nashville,
Tennessee, not LA or Miami.
Have you been to Tennessee?
That's supposed to be our event.
Nashville's amazing.
Vegas.
I'd moved to Nashville. Nashville's incredible.
All right.
And there's some nightlife. So I'm just saying extracurricular activities. That's all I'm saying. That's why they don't travel well. They ain't putting tight leashes on the dudes. Trust me. This is okay. Let's segue into another part here. Let's segue. So we're gonna open up the can of worms. I'm already mad at the Bishop for telling me my team sucks in his lifetime. So this has come up. We've seen to have gotten some questions, and this has gotten to a little bit of debates about fantasy football. Should you be gambling with fantasy football? Should you be throwing in like an office pool party? Everybody's picking a team. Everybody throws in $20, and the winner at the end of the year gets to keep all the money. Is that unbiblical?
Is it gambling if you know you're going to win?
Look at that swag.
Yeah.
Get a picture of Mike's swag on that camera. He said, "It ain't gambling if you know I'm gonna win." Like, come on, that's automatic right there, right? Well, let's throw it out there. People are asking, like, "Hey, my company's getting together. We're all doing a fantasy draft. We're all throwing in $25 at the end of the year. The winner gets, the $250 a grand prize." I don't know. What do you guys say? Is that kosher? Are you supposed to do that, or does it go against God's word? Bishop, you say you always got God's word. Let's lay it on us right now. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. I asked the question. I couldn't find it.
I just asked the question.
No,
rewind that tape, Jake. Who asked that question?
Beforehand, I asked before we started.
No, we don't talk about what we talked about before.
Okay.
No, come on, Bishop. We putting you on the spot. You the one that says, I know I'm right because I always speak from the word and the word is always right. That's what you said. Let's go to the word.
Okay, I can't find it in the word. So that's why I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I need some help. I don't know.
Ooh, you ever catch this?
a first?
I don't know everything. I always think I
DeShawn said, I need help. He said, are you the man? Please give me some help over here. Well, let's talk about it. So, I don't know, Bill, do you have a thought on this? Like, you're around with the rest of the people in the office. They say throw in $25, pick your team.
I think you asked, should you gamble in these office pools? Or I think the question might be, can you? I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with it.
If you win, do you tithe on that money?
That you
If
should
you win,
do.
the Lord give it.
Yeah. So anytime you get an increase, you should tithe.
Okay,
on it. So
get the
just to keep it
increase.
simple.
All right.
I don't want
First
to
fruits.
over spiritualize this. Can you do it? Sure. Why not? I think if you have a problem with gambling, it's gonna cause you to go to casinos, gamble, and things like that. I think you need to think twice about it. That's it. I just keep it simple.
Mike, what you got over here, Mike?
I don't know.
I feel like you guys are scared over there.
We
I
can,
feel like you guys are scared. Like your wives and your mother-in-laws and moms is watching or something. Like this is important.
no. So we can't. We don't find it in scripture saying like, hey, you shouldn't gamble.
So
We don't-
DraftKings is not in the Word of God.
It's not in there. But we do have in our Adventure Way, that's for like our 18 people who are volunteering that we want them to sustain from gambling. And we know there's some people in our church that struggle with gambling
Okay.
and the damage it can do to people's lives. How it can harm your family, harm even your life. That you can't pay your bills on time. You stop giving, stop honoring God with it. So it can lead you to sin. It can lead you to a place where you're desperate and you're doing things you're not supposed to do. So some people should sustain from gambling all in general. But I think a big thing that the word does tell us is that you're not to covet or just desire to get rich just quick, whatever I can do to. So it does tell us that. So if that's your goal in mind, you may want to stop and consider why are you doing this? And is this the right thing for me to be doing? Because you can say a lot of things are gambling. So investing in houses, people do that for a business.
That's true. That's a good point.
You're taking a risk. You're taking a risk, and it's like it's just going to pay off. But also, the Lord tells us that we're supposed to invest, be good stewards of our money. That He wants us to multiply our money, because I believe God does want His people to have money so we can build the kingdom. Like we need to have money to build for His kingdom to advance. So I think we are supposed to be good stewards of that. So I think a big part of it, as I was talking to someone, is like, where's your heart at? Why are you doing this? Is this going to harm you and your family? Are you just trying to like, hey man, I can do this real quick, make some quick money, and take this big risk? But hey, if this fails, hey, me and my family are gonna be hurting. So it's like that heart thing that we can't really judge. We can't judge unless we see the outworkings of it. Like, hey, I'm gonna target money. Well, I gambled this and I can't pay anything anymore.
What'd you say, Mike? Piggyback off that. What you got on that one?
Man, I just go back and forth with this. I'm on the fence. You know what happens when you're on the fence. So
You're not supposed to be on the fence.
yeah, I mean, it's such a slippery slope, because I think that you can start to justify some crazy behaviors.
Okay.
And I think that's probably where I stand. Whereas I think that you have to be extremely wise in setting boundaries for yourself if you're going to go down that road. Is this something that is stretching you? Like DeShawn says, is this something that's stretching you? Is this, if you're married, is this something that you and your wife have talked about, or you and your husband have talked about? Is it taking away from other areas of your life? You're taking money from your kids in order to play fantasy football. But I think the slippery slope is, okay, well, I can count cards. So is that really gambling if I know that I can win?
Well, that's cheating. And that's against the law in casinos.
I don't think it's against the law. Casino doesn't like it.
They don't like it. They don't like it.
They'll just kick you out. They'd have the right to kick you out.
There's a reason why they got multiple decks, is because people can count cards. They can
Right.
start,
Okay,
I'm not
so-
saying I'm Rain Man, but
Okay, so let's get back to it. So So
Can we define gambling?
okay, two things. That was one of them. We need to define gambling, right? And then number 2 is Paul said all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial.
Yeah.
And I know he was saying that in reference to some other things, but let's be honest. DraftKings, fantasy football, that didn't exist. Even when we wrote The Adventure Way, that wasn't around. The Adventure Way is actually older than Adventure Church because, we modeled that from somebody else, right? But even when we wrote it, when we finally got it, I think 8 years ago now, this didn't exist. Not on the scale it exists now. So we wrote that. In other words, you got to think about the author's intent. When we wrote that, we never thought about DraftKings. We never thought about fantasy football. To me, if we're going to look at all things are permissible, not all things are beneficial. Let me say this: if we're all out golfing, and we said, okay, we're doing there's like 6 of us, right? And it's 3 sets of 2. We're playing best ball. Loser buys lunch. Technically, that's gambling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you this. This is how I look at it. I was gonna buy everybody lunch anyway because I know I'm gonna lose, but I was gonna buy lunch anyway. And that's just guys being a little competitive. And I'm not saying ladies can't be competitive, but I'm saying at that time, who's playing right now, right? That was just us having a good time. Joking, cracking jokes. There's nothing serious about that, right? If we're in a league, right? We're in a fantasy football league and everybody's like, hey, we're throwing in $20. Because a little bit of incentive helps everybody to keep going and maintaining a serious posture about it, right? Hey, the winner at the end of the year, because everybody pitched in $20, you can win $200. My motivation wasn't to win the $200. My motivation was for fellowship. And if $20 is really going to hurt you, then you shouldn't be doing anything.
Yeah, that's what I did. I have some friends who are really good at poker, but they don't invite me to come play with them. I'll go play with them knowing I'm going to lose my money.
Right.
Like, it'll be like $20 or $10 buy-in. But I got to hang out for 3-4 hours with them. Mm-hmm. Knowing I'm going to lose they're going to take my money. They probably invited me because they knew going to take my money. But I got to have a good time with them and just hang out. And that was sort of the purpose behind it. I don't do it anymore. That's what I used to do a long time ago. And so, I think it's to the heart of it. And you even prayed about it. Should I be doing this?
Okay.
Because it is addictive. I mean, literally, when they advertise these ads, I think in California, well, I don't know if it's in California, where they advertise it, they have to also put out there, if you're addicted to gambling, call this hotline. So,
okay. So let's go back to define gambling, right? Well, if you go on the dictionary about gambling, it's when you're taking a risk on something that has a payout. What you talked about was a quick get rich quick scheme, right? Mm. I think if you really want to get to the heart of it, you have the hardcore definition, then you got to get to the heart of it. And if your heart is what you said, you're just going to go hang out, everybody's doing a little buy-in, it's really no big deal, right? Like whatever. Then I don't understand what would be wrong with it. And if you do have a problem, then don't go to that hangout. Then don't participate. And I think that's what people got to be able to understand too. Like if you are a poor sport about losing $10, don't ever put $10 on anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd be mad.
But if you're like, hey, I don't care. I'm just gonna go hang out with people. I suck anyway. Like I'm going for the fellowship. I personally don't see the harm in that, right? Now let's take it one step further. Let's go back to the Bible. If it's going to cause my brother to sin, I won't do it.
Yeah,
that's good.
I won't do it, right?
Well, and I think that's a tricky part about playing fantasy football as a believer. Well, especially if you're a pastor,
right?
Because
I know a lot of pastors who gamble.
Well,
and smoke cigars, and make their own beer, and watch stuff they probably shouldn't watch.
Just so we're clear, he's not talking about me right now.
No, I'm just saying. I don't even delineate between a pastor and non-pastor anymore. There's nothing to delineate. There's nothing to separate.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It is unfortunate. Yeah. Like I'm just being honest with you. It's like I wouldn't be able to tell. Like it's especially we're not in the South, y'all. We're over here on the West Coast. This is just the truth. So, and by the way, let me caveat something. I think more of them are taking more gambling risk in the stock market and in the housing than they are even betting on anything else. So that's what I'm saying. If we just go by sheer definition of gambling, there's more of that gambling going on, right? And they're losing their socks off, right? We're not talking $20. See, that's what I'm saying. To me, it's the heart of the matter. If we're all together and I'm like, hey, let's put lunch on it. To me, that's not even gambling. That's like, we're going to lunch anyway. This is just keeping it fun and competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it falls for me. Again, just real basic. It's for competition for me. Talk about golf course. We've done that. $1 hole, $2 a hole or something. It's just to make it more fun, have fellowship. But if I'm at the course the next morning because I lost, because I got to hit some shots, I have a problem.
That's
right.
I guess that's where I'm going is as a believer, first off, I'm not the Holy Spirit. You got to pray for yourself and you got to know for yourself. It's like this. I do come from family members who've had some problems gambling. I could care less. I could go to Vegas and I could put one quarter in and never put another quarter in. I don't care. Now, what I do care about is when I go to the buffet, that I get my money's worth of what I just paid for. That's what I care about. Now, somebody would say, well, that's gluttony. It is. It was, but you understand? Like, I care more about that. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like there are certain things like I realize, like with alcohol, I don't ever care to drink. But if I was in Israel and they were having a real Shabbat dinner and there was like Jewish wine there and there had some content of alcohol in it, I'd probably drink it with them, just not to be rude. But I could care less. I'm not. I've told everybody before, I was never a big drinker to begin with, right? I had other issues, right? This is what I'm saying. I think sooner or later, you got to depend on the Holy Spirit and what the Holy Spirit's guiding and directing you to do. If it's not really written in the Word, then you need to get a word from the Lord. Right? Does that make sense? Because this is why I say this. I think there's a whole lot of pastors out there who are drinking, got no business drinking.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's why they popping up everywhere. I was an alcoholic. Well, duh. You was an alcoholic before you ever became a pastor. All this thing, you heard one pastor preach on how he drinks wine, and you took some liberty and you was drinking Grey Goose. You got rid of the wine a long time ago. You was taking shots of Patron. You know what I mean? Like, nah, Jägermeister. No. There was one. You jumped straight on over. Does that make sense? That's to me. Yeah. That's just me. I don't know. I babbled. What do you guys think? I think you gotta pray about it.
Yeah, no, I think it's the heart of it. I mean, I try to stay away from it now. I mean, I don't have if I were to have a drink, I never had a drink. If I were to have a drink, I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, this is sick. This is disgusting. That's how I want to do it. So I haven't had an interest in it. So knowing where you're at, knowing if this is going to wreck your life, if this is going to take you away from Jesus, or this is going to draw you closer to Jesus, like what is it? Or is this like, hey, this is a throwaway thing. I'm not going to think about it again. Like you're saying, hey, we're going to get lunch, and you keep moving along like it's no big deal. You got to figure those things out, or go talk to someone. Right. If you're really struggling with that, like, should I be doing this? You can go ask your pastor, go ask someone, who's your mentor. Go talk to them about it. That's someone that cares about you.
There you go.
That's good. I just thought of this. I think a good measurement, because we all have different vices, right? Things that kind of draw us and can take us away maybe from Jesus. I think if you have people in your life that can speak into your life and they bring up an issue, like say, hey, man, I don't think you should be gambling or something like that. How you know you have a problem is how you react to somebody telling you. Okay, so if you get angry at them,
offend the mind, reveal the heart. That's what we always say. Offend the mind, reveal the heart. Yeah.
And so I may need. So if my wife were to bring something up about me, and I get angry about it, I probably need to assess that topic. Right?
That's a good point.
And so that's to me, that's a good measurement of do I have an issue with this or not. Right. So, and I got you guys around me. If you guys were ever to bring something up, hey Bill, I don't think that was a good decision, or and I have to assess that myself. How do I react to somebody bringing a topic up on me?
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because one time we did a poker tournament for missions where all we were doing was bragging rights. Everybody, we had a set goal of what we wanted to raise. I think we ended up getting like 25, 30 guys involved. It was when the World Series of Poker was real big. And it was like a $50 buy-in. So at the end of the day, we're like going to give like $1,500 to missions. But if you won, then you had the bragging rights. Not only did you win, we had a little plaque, but you are able to give $1,500 towards missions. And I remember somebody came to me and go, that's gambling. And I'm like, how's it gambling if you ain't keeping the money? This is strictly bragging rights. Like, oh, but you were having it in the youth room with all these young adults. And I'm like, no one kept the money. Like, this was strictly bragging rights. I got a plaque from like the dollar store, and we were so ghetto, it was barely stenciled on, the winner. You know what I mean? I think we spelled winner wrong. Said wiener instead of winner. I mean, it was horrible. You know what I mean? Like, it was all ghetto. It's like, but we gave the money to missions. Oh, no, that was, everybody had to chip in. That was gambling. How was it? You gave the money away. That's what I'm saying. And, I got sat down by my pastor.
I could argue against that one.
I got reamed a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever do it again?
Yeah, I did it again. But my point is, we're raising money for missions.
You might not want to do that in church.
It was the teen room. It was the fellowship hall.
Yeah, you might want to do that in church.
Hey, man, I don't see the difference. My house or church, what's the difference? It's all God's house.
You might be causing someone to stumble.
Oh,
you might get someone in there and go, yeah.
All of a sudden, he got holy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he went from, I really don't have an answer. I don't see it in the word. Hey, pastor, you done messed up there. You did it in the church. All right, I can't believe it.
Hey, what was that saying? You saying offend the what?
Offend the mind, reveal the heart. Obviously, he took the heart right here. I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. You're over here trying to act holy. He's over here like, bless God, I ain't never done nothing in the house of God that I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Nah, bro, come on, man.
Probably not.
Money.
You have?
Apparently, you just telling me I did. You told me I done defiled the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Man. Okay. Well, hey,
you guys good? Man,
we're good. No, I'm proving wrong on my rating. I got some stuff I got to prove them wrong on. Hey,
I'm just kind of sitting back today. I'm just watching you guys go. Yeah. So go
after reading Samuel, I don't know. I might have to get a sword or a spear or something and get it over at DeShawn here. Hey, this is the Not Offended podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We want to ask you to subscribe, to comment, to share, chime in on this. This is a great topic. I want to transition with you guys real quickly. Ballots are coming out. If you live in Cali, or maybe even where you live when we're watching this from, ballots are coming out. I know people watch from Nevada and other places, but ballots are coming out. Mail-in ballots are coming out. I think it's very important that you vote. I don't know how many times I got to say this, but you need to vote. So, of course, we've got the state assembly seat coming up here where Esmeralda Soria is running against Pison. And y'all know how I feel about that already. I don't think she should get any votes. You know, we know how that goes. And I think the people in Fresno who are in that district, I think they need to be, I think they need to wake up to what's going on, to the smoke and mirrors. I think they need to be aware. And I think, if it was me, I already know who I would vote for, right? And it's simple math. Subtract one out of the equation and you got the only person left, and that's what I would do. You know, you want somebody who's pro-families, pro-church, pro your freedom, right? Pro-ethics, pro-morals. That's what you want to do, which in my opinion is meaning pro-Bible. So I think that's what's going on. Also, one thing that I told Bill to look up is you got a lot of school boards. You got a lot of people who are going to be running for school boards. And Mike, just for the listener, Bill, just for the listeners, tell them what people who are on school boards do. Tell them, give them just a general function.
Fresno Unified has 7 board members. Clovis Unified, so several unified schools around the valley. So
they
very
have 7
important.
too, or they have like 5?
They have 5, I believe. And so the board is in charge of hiring the superintendent.
Oh, okay.
They're in charge of adopting the curriculum, which I think is huge.
Ooh, especially right now. We've been talking about that curriculum.
And so
go broke.
Yeah, setting budgets. What they said the budgets for the school year and schools and things. And so those are mainly their main kind of responsibilities there. So
well, I want to encourage everybody. You're going to be voting for board members, and I know that we've had different board members attend here from throughout the time. I think you need to check in on board members, what they're running for. This is my recommendation. Don't just look for the big signs or familiar names. It's like Joanne Burton's going to be running in Clovis for a district board seat, and I happen to know her and what she's standing for, and she's really pro-parent. In other words, the parents should get a voice. I think she's running against a few people I know. I don't really know them. I haven't met them. I may have met them, but I don't really know them. And it's like, hey, do your own research. And I know for me, I have a little checklist of what I'm looking for. I need somebody who is a conservative. And I don't mean that as in like got to be a Republican. I just mean conservative. In other words, when I say conservative, I mean pro-parent. Pro-parent parenting their student, not teacher parenting my student. I know I'm pro-conservative curriculum. I don't need a kindergartner learning about whether or not what gender they are or sexual preferences and pronouns. And no, I just need my kids to go to school to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's it. I don't need anything. I'll do the rest myself. So I just encourage everybody, look her up. Look up who she's running against. If you live in District 1 in Clovis, look them up. I don't care what district you live in. Look up who's running. See what they stand for. Are they pro-family? Are they pro-God? Are they pro-God? And no, not the woke God. I'm talking about God, Yahweh, Jehovah, right? The God of the Bible. And I just want to encourage everybody to do that. I know you guys will be doing that because we've talked about board members that have protested us for Fresno Unified, and they got to go. They're not pro-God.
Oh, he's Fresno County Office of Ed.
Oh, he's not a board. He's Fresno County. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even
He's
know
not
his
running
location.
again, right?
Oh, he's not running?
I don't think he's running again.
I thought you
still-
mentioned.
no.
I think he's fighting that DUI.
He tried to fight that Dewey case.
He's trying to fight the Dewey.
Oh, he was sitting sideways over here in Tower
He
and
had
got
something else
pulled
come
over.
up too, right?
Probably.
He what?
Didn't he have something else come up too?
Yes, yeah, they didn't say, they didn't specify. But it brings me to, we got to vote though. That was the whole point. We got to vote, whether it's school board, right? Whether it's school board or city official or state seats or whatever, we just have to vote.
Because Fresno unified the boards. Man, they're in charge of a lot of money. It's a lot,
That's
of,
a lot of
money
money
involved in it. If you go look at it, you're like, man, it's incredible how much money.
Yeah, it's 74,000 students and 10,000 employees.
Yeah.
It's a huge.
Well,
yeah, huge.
that's a
It's
lot.
one of the- It's one of the bigger ones
It's
in the state of
also,
California.
you know, these smaller boards are stepping stones to larger boards.
Thank you.
And
That's
so
exactly what I
it's-
wanted you to say, yes.
And so it's important that we put people in place in these smaller boards, because what ends up happening is that you have people who are corrupt, i.e., those who sit on our city council. And what has happened is that they gain momentum on these smaller boards, and then when they go to run for a larger board, they basically can say, "Hey, I've sat on these other boards," and it makes them look better. But if they can never gain momentum by losing in these smaller boards, then they won't even get to the larger ones.
That's a great point. Thank you. That's exactly where I was hoping you'd go with that, because they get the name recognition, right? Speaking of names, and I'm going to close out the segment this way. I thought it was crazy. Is I walked by, I was at Vaughn's, I was doing my little grocery shopping like I do, and on the front page of a paper, which I'll leave out, it said that it was an article. Sorry, I saw an article. Pardon me, I saw an article.
Front page, like there's pages in the
There's
middle.
page 1 and 2.
They got a front page and a back page.
And the weather. Don't forget the weather. That's important here. It was an article I read. My bad. I read an article that said Nelson Esparza, the Mr. Extortion man himself, allegedly, is getting his lawyer paid for by the taxpayers of Fresno. If you live in Fresno and you pay taxes, you are paying for Nelson Esparza's lawyers, it's plural, against his extortion case against Dougie Fresh Sloan. That's you, taxpayer. Allegedly extortion case. But you're still paying. You're still on the hook for all those lawyer fees. What say you guys? That must be nice to get your lawyer paid for.
How does that come to pass in regards to who pays for it?
Council vote. Closed section.
Closed section, yeah.
Council vote.
So it's not something that was already pre-written as far as like, hey, in the event that
No, because it was personal.
No,
It was personal.
This is why this one's different. So yes, council has had outside representation, attorneys paid for previously, but those were always like civil cases, things.
Like a
The
developer
difference-
saying they had a case against them or something.
Exactly, right? Because of their duty, that what they do, they have that.
Yeah, because part of it, if you didn't, in a way, if you didn't protect the council members, no one would be a council member because you're
Right,
always going to be getting
exactly.
sued.
That's
So
what
that's
I'm
sort
trying
of
to- the difference with this one. It's a criminal case, right?
And he
So-
did it to himself by allegedly extorting my man, the one and only Dougie Fresh Sloan. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
So this is different. What you're saying, from what I'm hearing, is you're saying this is different than how it's been in the past.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the last time a city official was criminally charged, right? And so that to me, what makes it different, right? It's not a developer coming after somebody who that sits on the board. This is, you are criminally charged by the DA's office. You're looking at 1 to 3 years.
Bro, he walked in like he was Bugsy Malone. He walked in allegedly into Dougie Fresh's office like he was mafia, bro.
his court cases this week.
Yeah, but he walked in. He was like, "Hey, listen, you gonna do what I say. You only
He
work for
gonna
the
get
four of
off.
us.
Here's
I'm gonna
the-
make you an offer you can't refuse. All right, Vito.
I'll tell you this.
Can I
it's
tell you
gonna
about
be taxpayer money well spent because he gonna get off.
Hey, okay. Just make sure you're careful. You can't be hoping for a black man to go to jail. So just make sure.
I don't
you-
care what color it is. Is he black? He's guilty.
Or
yeah.
minority. I don't know.
He is. He's
black.
part of
Me.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to protect you as a white man.
He's a
You gotta
minority or
hear-
he's black.
I'm racist anyway. They say
He's
I'm
half
racist.
Mexican,
So
half black. As
He
far
looks
as
sort of black, but you do got that straight hair, so like straight hair. So I don't know.
Okay, so this part of the conversation, I really can't.
Chime in, Mike.
Yeah, you
Chime in.
Come on, Mike. All right.
We was having fun with it.
I love you. That's all.
Mike,
Tell me when we stop describing.
You
this
are our
person of
resident
color.
Eminem. Chime in. Come on, bro. You got street cred. Come on with us.
No. I'm about to try to get you in trouble.
Your boy is protecting you over here. Your boy is
appreciate it.
protecting you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but hold on. But my point is, we on the hook for this.
Yeah.
For
no-
what he did, he went in like he was veto. Like, hey, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse, right? Like, come on.
But he's got his other folks on the council who's got his back. So
Must be nice.
Yeah, the other controversy on this thing, so-called controversies, they actually canceled last week's city council meeting. They said not enough of them could attend. I think if 4 of them are not able to attend, then
You'd have a
they
quorum.
can cancel they can cancel the meeting. But the other thing is they can attend in Zoom. They don't have to be in person.
Why?
So
Were they with the
just
mayor in
happened to be-
Amsterdam? Where was the mayor at?
Hey, they
Switzerland?
got a
Huh.
raise and then don't show up. Which is great.
That's a good point.
Yo,
Hey,
let
bro,
me
you
get a
gotta
raise.
spend,
Let me
you
get
gotta
a
spend
raise.
that money. You gotta spend that money. Come on, man. You gotta spend that money.
Gosh. Man,
Must be nice. Why are you smiling? You gotta say- Okay, where was it? I said the mayor was in Amsterdam. That probably was. Where was
I
he?
mentioned lately that Fresno's a dump.
No, don't do this again, Mike. Mike, hey, no, but seriously, where was the mayor? Where did he go? Where did he go?
Probably on vacation too.
No, he went like somewhere. I think he went to Denmark or something.
I don't know.
He was on some, housing trip. He was looking at other countries and how they take care of the housing or something like that.
Okay.
They had a
He's out
men's
of the
breakfast
country.
in Denmark. They brought him in.
Our boy was there. Our boy, what's his
Andy
name? Went with
Grundy.
him. Grundy was with them.
Oh,
Guess-
this is great. This is great.
I like Grundy. I don't have a problem with that.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is this: I just think it's strange. He did the act. He needs to pay for it. He didn't do it as a city council member. He did it as himself.
He allegedly did
yes.
this.
Okay, which means so if he is found guilty, should he have to pay back the lawyer fees?
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, right here, Jake, right here. So what I'm telling is all the Fresnans, at the sound of my voice, if Nelson loses that case, you need a petition that he pay his own lawyer fees. That's what we need to do. Get him. Got him.
We ain't
Good.
getting nothing, but
I know it sounded good. But it sounded good. It sounded good. Hey, this has been the Not Offended podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. We love you guys. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Do whatever it is you need to do to put the word out there because you can tell this was a hot one today. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We love you so much. We'll see you later. Peace, and we're out.